Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In an unusual situation for me, I really have had no time to make a true video this week, and so, as a first for me, I'm going to be recording my thoughts on my favorite songs in an unscripted video today. These are just 25 of my favorite songs of 2019 so far, and without further ado, let's get started. Oh, and forewarning, these are just some of my favorites and opinions. If you don't like me giving constructive criticism to music just because there's always room for improvement, then I suggest you leave now. Because you certainly don't want me to give criticism on the ones not featured here. Okay, enough with the disclaimer, let's go! So, for this video, I'm going to be going in order of the songs that I have downloaded from the start of this year to the most recent song. And the very first song I downloaded in 2019 happens to be a J-pop song by the K-pop group PENTAGON. It was a fantastically done song. It has basically so many momentums and build-ups going on throughout the pre-choruses and the climax, and just a lot of energy going on from the vocal line of Jinho and Hui, as well as Yudo from the rap line, just killing it every single time. I look forward to see what song could potentially top that later this year because it really set the bar high. Okay, for the second song I downloaded this year happens to go to Apink's and their song %%. That's how I call it exactly. But anyway, I really love the direction these girls have gone in the last year and a half. I'm So Sick was a new direction for them, and then they keep going down a different path that is different from what they've done in the previous 7 years. Apink is now really hitting it out of the park with each comeback, and I really love the 80s retro these girls have brought. And probably my favorite girl group song on one of my favorite K-pop songs so far this year. Wonderfully done. GFRIEND came back again this year, and that was my third song I downloaded. One of my favorites. I mean, pretty nicely done, I would say. Not my favorite GFRIEND song, definitely not close to Fingertip, I must say. But I really love the vocal line they've really brought in this song, and it's a nice winter song this year, and I've already said song like 100 fucking times already in the last 30 seconds, so I'm just gonna stop here and say, nicely done, girls. The next one I downloaded happened to be the first debut, or that I really enjoyed, was Valkyrie by ONEUS. It's never thought I would ever download a song or hear a song called Valkyrie, but it's really cool, really nicely done. It's very futuristic sounding. I actually had a fun time of presenting this to my Korean friends to see if they could figure out what they were saying, if they knew Valkyrie, but that didn't go over very well, and it resulted in me having explained to them the mythology lesson. But other than that, wonderfully done. The only thing I really didn't care for was the little rap break in the song, but overall, still rather enjoyed it, and easily one of my favorites. January was a really fucking good month. Okay, some of y'all know that Dreamcatcher happens to be one of my favorite K-pop groups, girl groups easily in this current generation of music. I just love the rock that they bring, the anime sound, everything about them is just everything that I've always wanted in K-pop in the previous years that I first started getting into it, almost a decade ago. But Over the Sky hits back that fly high phase that I remember and so loved, and really enjoyed this one. I love the climax and the vocal line of Soyeon doing the climax part. Just fantastically done. Loved it. I actually liked it more than their comeback song, honestly, but we won't get into that. I'll talk on it later. Bye! An incredibly underrated group and more difficult to find on Google searches. Favorite. Yeah, try searching favorite in K-pop in the line, but we won't go into worry about that right now. Loca is I just really like it. It's actually really a nice song. Follows the Latin trend. I've already kind of touched on this in my video that I did back in January, but thumbs up for me. Another criminally underrated group, NeonPunch, Tic Toc, is actually it's a nice song. Not my favorite song, honestly, but it was a cute song. I don't really have suggestions to make it better, honestly, because it just seems like a nice, simple song that has that little quirkiness to it that you don't really see much anymore, especially from girl groups. But I liked it, okay. After I did my video on the favorite songs of January of this year, someone suggested that I look into CLC's B-side show. These days, I normally don't have enough time to ever look into B-sides, but when I looked into this one, it was actually rather nice. I enjoyed it a lot. I liked it a lot more than their comeback song, if I'm being honest. But you know what? It was something that I've always wanted to look for when it came to CLC and what I expected of them, and they hit the mark. The first February song of a K-pop comeback that I downloaded happens to go to Taemin and his thirsty-ass song, Want. I honestly think I still like Move more than Want, but they're definitely in the same realm when it comes to the 80s grunge sound that Taemin's been bringing to us, and it's very thirsty and all that stuff. If I see Taemin this year in a concert, I might need to smuggle myself some holy water, for Christ's sake. Some of y'all know that I'm a huge In-Spirit Infinite, and I go way back. I love them. I've seen them in concert many times. I really, really adore this group and was very delighted to see them come back this year before they all run off to the military and shit. But I thought Clock was a nice song. I mean, wasn't exactly what I was looking for them, but it was a nice goodbye, farewell song for them before they, scamper. But I liked it. I really enjoyed the rap climax that Dongwoo and Sungjang and Sungyal really brought, and the dynamic of the song was very different for them because of the fact that Sungkyu was missing. As someone who has always wanted to see the highlight of the other members, this song really shows that now because of the change in the structure and who's available for the line distribution. So overall, really nicely done. Thumbs up for me. But please bring back Sweet Tune. I felt so spoiled that Infinite and Dreamcatcher came back on the same day. It was like a really good day, but Dreamcatcher with Piri is, honestly, I would say that this comeback for Dreamcatcher was probably far from my favorite from them, but I still downloaded it and rather liked it. It just doesn't have the same love feeling that I had with, You and I and Fly High and some of the other songs. Like, I personally prefer Over the Sky from them still more than this one. There was something about the chorus that didn't have that same power I was looking for. The verses were great, everything that led up to it, but the chorus I felt could have been a little bit better. But still enjoyed it, I don't know. Hopefully I'll see them again. I want them to come back. Just keep coming back, my dark anime princesses. I almost overlooked this one, but luckily a subscriber let me know that Park Jungmin came back this year with XTC, which was a fantastic, lovely song. It has that 80s sound that I always just freaking love when it comes to K-pop. And very nicely done. I keep repeating myself on the same damn things, but this one was just I really, really liked it. I loved the chorus. I like how it builds up, and then when it comes to the climax, he changes up the verbiage again with the lyrics. And I don't know. It was a nice, impactful song for me, and reminds me of like old Depeche Mode and that eurythmic, fancy shit. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. SF9 is easily one of my other favorite groups. They actually, Now or Never, happened to be one of my favorite songs from last year, and then I love their B-side of Unlimited, and Mamma Mia was great, and O Sole Mio. I mean, they're really starting to be hitting out of the park with each comeback, but when it came to Enough, it wasn't my favorite song from them, but it didn't have the same love that I loved when it came to Now or Never. But Enough was nice. It really grew on me. My only gripe with it is I don't really care for the autotune that came from one of the parts. I felt that to be a little unnecessary, but for the most part, I'm pretty much pleased with it. I just will always continue to look forward with each comeback they produce because they're definitely a group that I'm always constantly on the lookout for. Technically not a K-pop song per se, but it was a very cool collaboration giving tribute to the late great Michael Jackson. It does have some cringy moments, but it's a rather neat song, and my only criticisms would be if they changed up the choruses to include a variety of more countries, cities, and cultures, and not repeat the same chorus each time. Making each chorus different with the more geographical locations and cultures would have made it much more interesting, I feel. Okay, technically not a K-pop song either. It's a J-pop, J-rock song. But FTISLAND always hits it out of the park when they come back for their Japanese stuff, and they always got that hard-hitting rock sound that I just love constantly. I'm not exactly a religious person, but Jesus Christ, just slap that holy water on me. Yes, God bless me, damn it. Okay, before we get started, Stan LOONA, hashtag. It was nice to see them come back with a rather lovely song. I think what really drew me to liking this song, and it really grew on me over time, was definitely but it was the high falsetto that kind of just really captured my attention, and not my favorite song this year, but you know what? It was a nice, solid comeback. So, my boy Key from SHINee came back and, blessed us with one of his final songs before he also scampered off into the military. But I wouldn't say that this is my favorite one from him. I personally preferred One of These Days. Or nights, one of those nights, that song, more than this one. But I would say it's probably my second favorite solo song from him, more so than Forever Yours. Very nicely done. I really liked it. Nice send-off for him. Thumbs up, dude. The next February song that I downloaded was from the also comeback of Dongwoo from his double songs of News and Party Girl. I honestly preferred Party Girl more than News, and thought it was a fun song that, when it comes to all these wintry comebacks, this was a nice rather change for the music style that we've been bombarded with. And I was like, oh, yay, we get a club song. And so, I don't know, Party Girl, I don't need that. I'm all for that. Okay, I don't need that shit, but hey, I'm here. Let's go. The next one that was another nicely done debut was T by T, or Text File, or Text, or Tomorrow by Today, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. I liked Crown. Is everyone was looking out for them, and of course I had to go and watch it too, and I was sold. It was a rather safe song. There was anything about it that made me go like, ooh man, look at that. There was some strong ass vocals, and it was just a nice, simple, safe song that I rather enjoyed it. It's nice to get a nice change in pace of things when it comes to these comebacks and debuts, and I will continue to look out for them, and I'm sure they're going to just knock it out of the park with the next one. So it's just getting started. We're just getting started, damn it. And our girl Sunmi is back and slaying shit again because she's the next Buffy, let's be real. Noir, I liked it. It's honestly probably one of my least favorite songs on this list, but it's still one of my least favorite songs. I prefer Gashina and Heroine more from her, more so than this one. But hey, you know what? The 80s-ness, it just, something about it, I felt like the chorus could have been a little bit better. It didn't draw me as much as I wanted it to, but hey, you know what? I still downloaded it, thumbs up. Hey girl, go girl. You do it. You work it. Fuck. Now focus on me. The next one was a subunit debut of Just Two, and I swear I think it was the chorus that made me do one of those Scooby-Doo ears, like, ooh! And I was intrigued by that chorus, because there was something about that 80s-ness of that, the old school Duran Duran and Depeche Mode, that style, that there's not even much to the chorus when we really think about it. It's just, focus on me. But, hey, you know what? I was intrigued. But I did feel that the verses kind of lacked a tad. I don't know. I felt maybe it was something about the vocal delivery, but for the most part, I still really loved this song overall. There's always room for improvement, but hey, you know what? I liked it. Definitely one of my favorites. Gonna continue to listen to it. The next one on my list was one I downloaded in the month of March, was by VAV, or I like to call VAV, was the Thrilla Killa. And it was quite interesting in how the very start of the song pretty much hooked me right away because of the 70s funk sound that it started with. And it continued throughout the verses, and I found the verses to be honestly better than the chorus. Very unusual situation, but I thought the chorus could be a little tad better for the most part, but I actually felt it was going to be a little bit more different, considering maybe like something along the lines of what Big Flow's Upside Down did last year. But overall, I rather enjoy this song. I actually really felt, for an unusual case, that I thought the verses are what made this song. The next one on my list is the Stray Kids' MIROH. Is it MIROH? Whatever it is. But this one, it was a very special case. I rather thought the rap line really shined in this one. It was unbelievable that I perked up. I perked up on this one too. Changbin, Hyunjin, Han, all three of them. Holy shit. Like, man, that was some awesome stuff. Particularly, it really caught my attention how the speed and the eloquency of the rap that's kicked into the chorus. The energy that I really felt in this song really stuck out to me, and it was definitely something that made March an interesting month when it came to music. For the next one, I really taken a liking to my most recent download is by Pentagon's Sha-la-la-la-la-la. That's how I like to say it. But in this case, man, once again, they're just in it to win it. Rap line, vocal line, killing it. I really, really enjoy what they've been putting out. They've overcome the odds, defied what have been thought that they were going to be going through after what they went through in the last year. But their 2019 stuff has made me really, really enjoy what they put out in the last couple months. It's been fantastic, and I look forward to what else they continue to put out. Make it burn, make it burn. Man, bomb, bomb. Hey. And the last, but definitely not least, and my most recent download goes to Card, which actually I downloaded at the same time as Pentagon. But Bomb Bomb, or Bomb Bomb, or I guess Bomb Bomb. No. Bomb. All right. So anyway, in this one, it was a high energy song. Once again, it was definitely finally something different. A little bit. Did not feel like I was in the summertime with this track from Card. Finally, rather enjoyed this one. It was a nice, energetic song. My only criticism with this one, unfortunately, is I don't really like the line where BM says, "Dripping like faucet." Dripping like faucet. I don't know. It just sounded kind of dumb to me, but. Other than that, it was overall a very great song. It was kind of a fun, it's another fun one that came from the month of March. I will say, however, that this song just screams sexual tensionness that I'm going to go on a limb and say that out of the 5 of us, the 4 members of Card and myself, one of us is bound to get pregnant. And I'm pretty confident that it's going to end up being me. And that's it, everyone. This is my first kind of video that I've done scriptless. More like a podcast style. Hope you all enjoyed it. What are some of your favorite songs from this year so far? Share your thoughts below, and thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications for me. Notifications. Ugh. I appreciate you for stopping by. While you're here, please be sure to check out many more of my works, and see you next time.